Hello, fans, collectors, and investors. Welcome back to Iconic Baseball. I want to take a break from the top 100 today to instead do a bonus episode on the most iconic postseason home run of all time. What is the most iconic postseason home run of all time, you ask? Well, I'm not talking about Kirk Gibson in 1988 or Carlton Fisk in 1975. I'm not even talking about Bobby Thompson in 51 or Joe Carter in 93. The way I see it, there is only one answer to that question. The most iconic postseason home run of all time belongs to none other than Bill Mazeroski.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
The date was October 13th, 1960. The Yankees and Pirates tied at 3 games apiece. Until Bill Mazeroski came to bat in the bottom of the 9th inning and deposited a 1-0 pitch from Ralph Terry over the left field fence, over the head of Yogi Berra, for the first and only walk-off home run in a Game 7 of a World Series in baseball history. This was a seismic event in Pittsburgh. Me being a lifelong Pirates fan, I wasn't around when that home run occurred. However, I've heard stories from family members, my elders, that remember that moment as one of the most significant moments of their childhood, of baseball history in Pittsburgh, and baseball history in general. It has been remembered in Pittsburgh as the shot heard round the world. Now, most other fans know another home run as the shot heard round the world, but in the hearts of Pittsburghers, Bill Mazeroski is royalty for what he did in 1960. Now, I contend it is the most iconic postseason home run of all time. Well, what is the most iconic home run, period? Well, I think it is Hank Aaron. That night in Atlanta in 1974, April 8th, when he passed Babe Ruth with his 715th home run amid racial tension, bigotry, death threats, everything that Henry Aaron had to endure. For me, that stands alone as the most significant home run in baseball history. But what Bill Mazeroski did in the playoffs, in the World Series in 1960, stands alone in its own right as the most significant in World Series history. What are some other iconic postseason home runs? Well, I mentioned them in the intro. Kirk Gibson and his home run in the 1988 World Series, which would propel the Dodgers to a World Series title. Now, Gibson's home run was in a Game 1, so it doesn't hold the significance to me that, say, Mazeroski's home run holds, but it was significant nonetheless in propelling the Dodgers to a World Series victory. Carlton Fisk, with his famous wave of his home run to will the ball to stay fair in the 1975 World Series. Now, that was in a Game 6. Also, the Red Sox went on to lose that World Series, so that loses some luster for me. We have Bobby Thompson with the shot heard round the world in 1951. That was a walk-off, but it only won the pennant, not the World Series. Then we have Joe Carter in 1993, which was a walk-off, which was in the World Series. But it was a Game 6. So, not quite the mojo that Bill Mazeroski's home run has in the bottom of the 9th in a Game 7 to end it. So that's my rationale for putting Bill Mazeroski's home run at number 1 as the most iconic postseason home run in baseball history. Now, who was Bill Mazeroski? Well, he's mostly known as a defensive second baseman. Quite average offensively, with a .260 career batting average, 36 WAR, and quite honestly, a lower tier Hall of Famer. By today's standards, he might not even be a Hall of Famer, to be honest. But he won 8 Gold Glove Awards, 10 All-Star appearances, 2,016 career hits, and 138 home runs. So not a premier power hitter. but he helped to propel the Pirates to 2 World Series titles during his career. So he will always be royalty in Pittsburgh. Now let's look at some of these Bill Mazeroski items here. Now, these are family items that have been handed down to me from previous generations. So I do cherish them. And that does underline to me, although I collect my core collection being the top 100 most iconic and greatest ball players of all time, in which Bill Mazeroski does not reach that level to me of the top 100. However, we all need to make exceptions in our top 100 list or in our core collection when it comes to nostalgia, when it comes to players that hold significance and appeal to us in our hearts. And for me, that's Bill Mazeroski. Bill Mazeroski was the first autograph that I ever received in person. This ball right here was the first autograph that I ever got in person. A beautiful sweet spot blue ballpoint sig with number 9 inscribed. I got to shake Mr. Mazeroski's hand after standing in line with my dad for about 2 hours at Old Three River Stadium in Pittsburgh. Leonard Coleman NL ball, and I just have such great nostalgia attached to this baseball because it was a big moment for me as a 12-year-old kid, getting that first Hall of Fame autograph of a Pittsburgh icon. And here's a little case study on how autographs change over time. This is a Bill Mazeroski autograph from 1958. So that just shows you the difference between a 1958 Bill Mazeroski signature and a 1994 Bill Mazeroski signature. Now, those are about 40 years apart and look quite different. You can see how the autograph itself looks quite different. That would have been signed when he was in his 20s. Whereas this would have been signed in his 60s. So this one was pre-World Series home run. Really before probably many people cared all that much about Bill Mazeroski. This is an epic 1999 epic signature from Upper Deck Century Legends. Beautiful autograph. I love this set. I have quite a few cards from that set in my collection. And then, of course, we have the 1959 Topps Bill Mazeroski. The year before, he ended up hitting that home run. Classic Topps design from 59. Love those 59 Topps cards. And then the World Series program. Beautiful cartoon art from 1960, 50-cent World Series program. And one of my favorite things about this, when we dug this out of the attic in my grandma's house, an unscored scorecard from 1960, urging you to vote straight Democratic, which I don't think would go over too well right now, given our political climate, and an ad for Senator John F. Kennedy on the reverse. So a little slice of Americana there, and a little slice of American history. Something you wouldn't see nowadays. Anyway, that's my little personal collection on Bill Mazeroski, and a little take on the most iconic postseason home run in baseball history. Thank you for watching. I urge you to follow, like, subscribe, and help me get some traction going on this channel, because we're really just getting started with these weekly videos, and we'll resume the top 100 countdown very shortly. Until next time, keep collecting and stay iconic.